What is up, guys? Welcome, welcome. All right, just giving a few minutes to let everybody trickle in. What a big day today. Oh, man. AVK, what's going on, brother, man? How are you doing today? Just checking some things real quick. Make sure my audio. All right, we're good to go. All right, guys, what's going on? What is up? Look at that green candle from heaven right there. Oh, looks so good. Let's see here. Marco, what's going on, brother? Soul, what's going on? We were about to message me. I told you 6. I'm going to be on at 6 o'clock. Marlon, what's going on, brother? What's going on? And let's see here. Oh, yeah, we're going to be checking out Milady for sure. We're going to be checking out the whole market because everything is looking great, like we've been talking about, right? So, exciting day today. Just going to give it a few more seconds, let everybody come in. But while we are waiting, make sure you guys hit that like. I'm sure all day today you guys have been watching live streams as I have, right? We've been watching them all day. First, the stream started off, it's approved, and it wasn't even approved yet, right? And then finally, as we got towards 5 o'clock, we finally got that confirmation from the SEC that Bitcoin, the ETFs, 11 out of 13 were approved. So this is a historical day, not only for Bitcoin, but for the crypto market. But we got to give the shine to Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's been grinding for 15 years now, and it finally has gotten its ETF, and it's with the big boys now, right? With the big boys, and that's awesome. And a couple of things. So first, before we jump on Milady, let's jump on Bitcoin real quick. So Bitcoin, obviously, this is zoomed in at the 5-minute. You guys can see we're looking at right now, Bitcoin sitting at around 47,000. Now, the news has been out for a little over an hour, right? That the actual approval was all real. There was no hack this time. It was all legit, right? But you can see we still didn't go nuts, right? Bitcoin didn't go absolutely insane. It was like it slowly has been building up, but it is gradually going, right? So what do I think is going to happen, particularly for Bitcoin? Well, I still am believing. Remember my chart, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit, but you guys remember what we've been talking about in this live for the last probably few weeks, or maybe for the last solid week, what I've been anticipating as far as what I think is going to happen with Bitcoin for these next few days as the approval sets in, right? So I think that we are still going to be heading up towards 48,000 like we initially did when the first approval kind of came out, right? I think we're still going to be heading towards that 48,000, but I don't think it's going to be that crazy move like we saw here where it just jumped in 20 minutes up to 48,000, right? We're going to slowly make our way up there. Now, I do think we're going to kind of be trickling, 48. Maybe we go up to 40, past 48. Who knows? We might break 50,000, folks, by tonight, tomorrow. Who knows? But what I'm getting to is I still am thinking that there's going to be a small sell the news event for Bitcoin particularly, right? I don't think it's going to be this big, massive drop or anything like that, but I think we are going to see some kind of a small sell the news event. Now, I do want to move this around a little bit because, and I'm going to delete this drawing. I wanted to keep it there, guys, just because we've had it there, but I still believe that we're going to most likely come up. We definitely need to retest this 47.9 right here. Pretty much we'll call it the 48 level, right? The 48,000 level. We definitely want to test this, and hopefully we break it. And where we bounce is really going to be the big question as far as if we do see that sell the news. Where are we going to bounce? Are we going to bounce at 47,000 now? Because remember, I was initially calling for a 48 and then a sell the news bounce at 46, but it just feels so bullish, right? Doesn't it feel so like just bullish? Like after everything that we went through in the last week with this ETF, the ups and downs, the roller coaster, it's finally approved. I feel like, and how we're moving right now is like slow and steady, that I feel like we're going to be possibly maybe exceeding 48,000 here, slowly but steady, right? And if we do see this sell the news, it's going to be something small. So maybe anticipating that we bounce somewhere at this 47.2 where we hit our head just a few days ago, right? Maybe finding that as some support and setting up for this big run that we know we're going to be getting into in the next few months and as 2024 continues, right? Now, real quick, let me jump in on the chat because this is just an exciting moment, guys. I'm so happy that you guys are all here. I really am. So Di was saying, "What's up, fam? What's going on?" Is that Illy? If I said your name correctly, what's going on? How you doing? Metallica, how's it going, brother, man? Thank you so much for joining. Illy was saying a great day today. It is. And Di is saying altcoins are catching up with Bitcoin now. And we're going to get into that, Di. We're going to get into that. So Metallica was saying the daily EMA is looking beautiful. We'll check that out for sure. Eller, what's going on? Metallica was saying my whole portfolio is finally in the green. Awesome, brother, man. That's awesome. I'm sure we're all right there, or we're all going to be there here soon. And AVK was saying, I think tomorrow when the market opens, it's going to be crazy. Possibly, because tomorrow is technically when the ETFs go in effect for the actual stock market, right? And for all those big ETF, pretty much the 11 that were approved today. That's when they can start trading as of tomorrow, 9 a.m. Now let's see here. Oh, and we get a CPI report tomorrow? Oh, crap. Tomorrow might be an insane day. Like, I didn't even realize. I stopped even, looking at the dates for the CPI reports, man. It's like the last 2 years I've been so on it, and it's like now I'm like, who cares, right? Who cares? But it's still a big deal. It is still a big deal. So let's see here. Back in the portfolio now. Prodigy, nice. Craig, what's going on, brother, man? And Marlon, what's going on, guys? So Marlon said, come on, Crypto Papa needs to pay off his car. Nice. So going to Milady particularly right now, and we're going to check out any altcoins you guys want to look at. So you guys, anything you guys want to look at in the chat, please let us know. We'll definitely check it out. I'm sure a lot of things are pumping right now. Milady's looking pretty fine if you ask me. She's looking pretty cute today, right? She's looking pretty cute. Nice, beautiful green candle. So let's see here, just from the bottom of this channel where we've kind of been sitting, we are up 21% and counting as of right now. Milady is looking fantastic right now. Oh man, she's looking great. And you know what? We said that this was going to happen. We said it. And I mean, look at this money that's pumping into Milady right now. We're out almost at $50 million. Earlier today, we were only at about $40 million. So we can see that $10 million has already come into the market cap for Milady right there alone. So things are looking absolutely phenomenal. And there is something that I do need to do on CoinMarketCap real quick. And I hope he is in here. Guys, look at, where is she at? Where is it? Oh, where is it? There it is. Look at this, guys. Today I was searching on CoinMarketCap and I see Z22. Are you in here? Z22 gave a big shout out. I'm shouting you back out, brother, man. He put out on CoinMarketCap to come check out CryptoFud's live stream tonight. And I appreciate that, brother. So I'm sending the shout out right back. That's Amor? Amor, thank you, brother, man. I appreciate it, dude. Definitely, man. Listen, I appreciate that. I really did. When I saw that, I had the biggest grin on my face, dude. I was just like, that's what's up, dude. That is what's up, bro. I thank you so much for doing that. I really do, man. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for the support for the channel, brother, man. I really do. That honestly made me smile today when I saw that. I was like, hell yeah, dude. But I was wondering, I'm like, who's ZZ? I'm like, is he new? I don't remember the name, right? So, it's, what in the hell? Look at this right here, guys. It's saying that there's no wallets for Milady anymore, guys. It is over. Look at this. It crashed. It's done. Just kidding. I guess they're not giving us any info for today as far as whale holding, so it is what it is. But I'm sure as we get information for today, because remember, all this information on the wallets are all going to be delayed. But it looks like for right now, this is going to be pretty much old news right now, right? You can see as of 2 days ago, we were still down and out. Whale holdings was down a little bit. Retail was down a little bit. Investors was actually still building, and that was you and I, right? Investors are long-term holders. That was going to be you and I, and we were steadily actually moving up because we knew what was going to happen. All of us knew what was happening, and we were all dollar cost averaging in, right? So you can see, as of right now, it looks like we are going to be approaching that 70 mark here soon. Things are looking absolutely phenomenal, not only for Milady, but for the whole crypto market. Right now, Bitcoin's sitting at around 47.4. Let's check out a couple other projects right now, and we'll keep it moving from there. And then, I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the chat immediately, but we will get to everything. So Solana starting to pump, getting back up towards that $5 mark. Let's check out what Bunk is doing, because we always watch what Bunk's doing. Bunk. Now, remember, Bunk's been kind of going on a nice run even before everything was down and out the last few days. It was up right here, 50%. But you saw someone was asking me about Bunk. Remember, they actually brought it to our attention that it was up. And they were like, should I put everything into Bunk? And I said, be careful, just because it was yesterday and it had just rallied up about 55%. And you can see it actually did retrace. So I hope whoever asked me about this actually waited and had patience and maybe bought in towards this dip right here, because if you did, you probably caught in at a great time. Bunk's been running back up. Looks like it topped out right here at around almost the 18 mark. Having a little slight cool off, but I think momentum is going to continue for Bunk as well. Ladies just hit 70, guys. Look at this green candle. Look at this green candle for ladies, guys. Doesn't it feel great? We're not out of the woods technically yet, right? But we are on our way back up, and this is what's up, guys. Remember, the market's thriving, the market's pumping, but what you're always going to see, and it's going to be on both ends of the stick, right, is that when you see, the bigger projects like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ethereum we're going to be talking about here in a second too. Some big news on Ethereum, but when you see the bigger projects that are multi-billion dollars, they're just moving 5-10% towards the upside, you're going to see, if Milady is going parallel with them, you're going to see more dramatic moves, right? Because remember, our market cap is still at around $50 million, right? Still so small, a fraction, like of 1/100th of what a lot of these projects are. So you're going to see a bigger swing on things for the upside and for the downside, right? So we already know how it goes with Milady. So when we're down and out and we're on these dips, that's why we're always sitting here saying, just don't worry about the charts. Don't worry about the charts. Focus on, this was, just a week ago, focus on the market cap being down so much at around $30-40 million that this thing has nowhere to go but up eventually, right? We will have a little bit of more pain in the market. This was a week ago, but sunrise will be coming and we're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, Milady is, look at this, guys. Is this the crypto FUD effect? This could be. I don't know. This could be the crypto FUD effect. So, checking out the chat, guys. I'm just kidding with you. This is all you guys right here. Amor, again, thank you so much for that shout out, brother. I really appreciate that, dude. I really do. Family, bro. AVK, I just bought another 7 billion at 54. Nice. So you caught it right before we started really going parabolic. Hell yeah. TJ, what's going on, brother, man? So let's see here. Bought some Arbitrum last night at $1.60. So fun fact, Metallica, for Milady is actually is a cross-chain project. So Milady is actually on Ethereum and Arbitrum. So we all here want to see Arbitrum do great. We want to see Arbitrum, go to the moon. And is this real? No way. So you said you bought Arbitrum at $1.60? Was that yesterday? Holy crap. Arbitrum's mooning, guys. This might be a big reason why we're seeing a big move in Milady as well. On top of everything else, Arbitrum is going nuts right now. That's crazy, dude. That's awesome. Shout out to Metallica. He made the big move right there. Look at this beautiful W pattern. I'm going to take these SMAs out for a split second. Look at this beautiful W pattern. And you guys know what we always say. W patterns are usually going to be that double test bottom, really, or you call it the double pattern, is always going to be towards that upside. If we see the pattern usually on the opposite, the inverse, which is going to be a double top or an M, you're usually going to see it going towards the downside. This is beautiful right here. This is exactly what you want to see when you're pretty much looking for a nice spot to buy in. A lot of times you won't see it till after the fact, right? But it's always nice to see after the fact. When you look, you see this beautiful W, and then there's just this beautiful burst right after it, right? So this was a good buy at $1.60 for sure. And like I keep telling you guys, we want to see Arbitrum We want to see this project thrive because Milady is a native, Milady is on the Arbitrum ecosystem along with Ethereum, right? Now, for Ethereum, real quick, look at Ethereum. Ethereum's mooning $2,600. Now, Ethereum has actually, as the last few days, it's really been looking really bullish, right? Well, why is that? Well, we saw the Bitcoin ETFs get approved today, right? Guess what's down the road now that they're looking to approve? We all know it. An ETF for Ethereum. Now, is this going to just happen out of nowhere because they just let Bitcoin? We don't know, right? We don't know for a fact, but the fact that they're thinking that an Ethereum ETF could be on its way, and I'm hearing now, I was hearing about this like a week ago, but I didn't even want to report on it, but possibly an XRP ETF coming down the road. That would be nuts. That's something that honestly XRP really needs because XRP has been not down, but it's been real stagnant lately, right? It hasn't really been going nuts or anything like that. It's been just really baseline around that like 60-cent mark, right? And so something like that, even just chatter, talking about an ETF for Ethereum and XRP are going to make these projects most likely really perform really well, you know, leading up to a possible ETF that could be getting approved. You know, and I don't think the approval is going to be anytime soon, but them actually trying to type up the documents, you know what I'm saying, present them to the SEC, them even just talking about an ETF for any kind of project is awesome because at the end of the day, it's going to bring more exposure and a lot more money to that project. So that's just awesome. Now let's see here, Metallica, that was a good buy at $1.60 for sure, brother. Good job on that one. So Omar was saying we're gonna get your channel pumping. Mark my words, Omar. I appreciate that. That was a smart move too, bro. When I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I should have. Not that I should, but I appreciate you actually coming in on the outside and actually, you know, jumping in and mentioning the channel, dude. I really appreciate that so much. I just missed a bunch of stuff. There it is. All right. So Party was saying also heard a rumor that Milady may be a Web3. Yeah, I saw another YouTuber talking about that. And then I saw that a big, I don't know, it had something to do with the Web3. I forgot what it was, but somebody bought in a big chunk of Milady as well. I didn't really read into it much. This was probably about a few days ago. We were kind of down and out, so I wasn't really looking into it now. But maybe that's something I can look into and have, you know, ready for the video for tomorrow. But let's see here. So Soul was saying, you think we'll be dropping some zeros? I mean, eventually, right, Soul? Eventually. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves or anything like that, right? Eventually, I think we're going to definitely drop a few zeros for Milady for sure. I mean, think about it. The market cap is at $50 million, dude. Just like we've already been talking about. If we even see even half of what the prime of like Shiba did. Shiba was at 40 billion. If Milady was even to get even halfway there, $20 billion, I don't think you guys can fathom how much of a move that is and how much your portfolios are going to be up if we were to get to a level like that, right? So let's see here. Ella was saying, I can already smell the money coming towards us. Yeah. So BP was saying, yo, made it to the live. Let's go, lady. Thank you so much for coming in. And Maurice was saying, Bunk goes up and so does Milady, right? Bunk's been looking juicy, though, for the last few days, Maurice. It really has. So that's awesome, dude. Mark was saying, what's up? And El Greco was saying, how is it possible that the market didn't react to the ETF? What do you mean by that? So you mean like it wasn't really like going parabolic, you know, like we were expecting, like it shooting up to 50,000 immediately is what you mean? Because I mean, right now, you know, we did move up. We're up, you know, about $1,500 for the day, which is small chunk change, right, compared to what we're going to see in this bull market for Bitcoin, right? Remember, bull markets for Bitcoin, we're going to fluctuate $5,000-$10,000. We're going to have those in days like nothing, right? It's going to be like, we'll start off at like 55, 60,000. By the end of the day, it will close at like around 68,000, right? The next day, maybe drop down to like 65, go back up to 72. Like, is days like that's what a bull market is. And the reason is because there's going to be so much money as far as volume coming in during the bull market. Right now we've been getting little small doses of it, but we haven't really seen, you know, this full volume wave come in like we see whenever the bull market comes. When the bull market comes, like I tell you, your favorite project that's even at like $5 million will probably jump up to $100 million just because, right? Because there's just so much money flowing around, you know, and a lot of people are looking for these little small cap projects and DeFi and stuff like that, that these projects just, they'll jump up easily, right? Now, let's see. I feel bad. Oh, yeah. Jen, what's going on, girl? Jen said hit the like button. Yes, please hit that like button just for the channel, for the ETF, for Milady, for Bitcoin, for it all. Make sure you guys hit the like. Let's see here. We got 56 people in here and 25 likes. Let's hit that like. Any suggestions on what's pumping right now, guys? What are we seeing? What are we looking at here? Prodigy, the web, as far as Milady and the Web3, we'll look into that. I don't have any info on that right now, right? I don't have any info, but I promise you we will look into that for sure. Definitely. Let's see here. So can we buy now? What do you mean can we buy Aneo, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Can we buy now? What are you looking for? If the ETFs particularly, that's going to be on sale for tomorrow. But if you're here, you're in the crypto market, right? You don't need an ETF. You can go buy a Bitcoin directly. And obviously for Milady, if you're asking for Milady, Milady's always on sale, right? I mean, even after this pump right now, you still look at Milady, we're at $51 million market cap. That is such a small, like a micro market cap compared to what we're going to be at, right? So, I mean, we obviously have been telling you guys for the last like month, right, that, you know, we were down. We made this big spike, right? We ran up on Milady, you know, and then we had this beautiful cool off, and we had been just telling everybody, you know, obviously not financial advice, but as we've been mapping these channels right here, I've been telling you guys, the bottom of these channels, just keep buying. Bottom of these channels, keep dollar cost averaging in, right? Even if it's bringing your average up, it doesn't matter because we're going to be on our way up. This spike right here was nothing compared to what we're going to see in this bull market. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, right? Now, so Maurice was saying Coinbase, he was asking Coinbase to list his coin. I think down the road, dude, we're going to see some big listings as far as Milady. But what we've been talking about on the channel as far as listings for Milady particularly is going to be, we need the volume. We need the volume to come into the project. We need the hype to build up, right? Whenever all that comes in, you'll see these bigger exchanges start to actually, you know, look into the project. And like we've always said, they have to meet certain criteria for them to be listed on, you know, Binance and Coinbase. So I don't know exactly what that criteria is. If it's like it has to have a certain market cap, maybe it has to do a certain amount of volume, you know, weekly and stuff like that for them to even want to list it. Because remember, they're making money off of people buying and selling these projects. So if there's a project and the volume is relatively low, they're probably looking at it as it's probably a risk for us to, you know, add this to our exchange, just because of the fact that whenever they list a project, they accumulate a lot of that project, right? They'll usually accumulate a lot of the projects so they can offer it to their users. So they don't want to sit there and spend, you know, $10 million on a project and the volume is like a few $100,000 a day. They're going to look at it as they're going to be holding on to a bag that might not ever sell. So, but I'm not saying that's Milady. I'm just saying the criteria, we don't really know exactly what it is, but as we start building up as a project, this will be listed one day, eventually, hopefully soon, on Binance, and hopefully Coinbase follows behind it, right? So everybody that's in here, welcome, guys. Welcome. If you guys are new to the channel, I appreciate you guys coming in here. This is a safe place. I know you guys have been watching streams all day, right? So we're just here. I actually interact with the channel or with the chat because, you know, we're here. I can still manage to read everybody's comments. I try to, at least, right? So if you guys have any questions on any projects, let us know. We definitely can check it out. If you guys know anything that's pumping like crazy right now, let us know. We'll look at it. But I do appreciate everybody that's here. Make sure you guys hit that like and hit that subscribe. We go live pretty much every single day, and we also post videos on your favorite projects in between all those lives. So thank you so much for everything. So Liam is still looking for that Thailand home. Remember we were talking about that. Oh, man, you go to Thailand with 100 grand and you're gonna be basically equivalent to like a millionaire here. So if you keep dollar cost average it in, I'm sure you'll be there eventually here soon. So let's see here. I did listen to you about that yesterday, and now I still hold Milady. Thank you, bro. Yeah, no worries. Mex. So Mex was the one that was asking me about Bunk yesterday. That's right. So remember yesterday, Mex, I was telling you, let's see here. I was telling you basically as far as Bunk, just to have patience, right? I was telling you to have patience because it looked like we had topped out right here at the 17, and that's sure enough what we did, right? We topped out, but there was a nice cool off period and a solid spot for us for anyone to buy in right here at around right under this 13 at the 12.8. You can see we found a spot for some support, and now Bunk is technically back on its way up. So again, yesterday, I was just telling you, just be careful. Make sure that you have patience because I knew today was going to cause some volatility. Bunk was moving away from the charts, right? Everything else was kind of on its way down or kind of going stagnant. Bunk was up 55%, so that's why I was saying just maybe hold off. You don't want to buy in on a pump, right? If this thing's already up 55%, if you have some patience, you might be able to find a solid spot that's at least a little bit cheaper than where we're at. So if you did, take any of that of my opinion, because I don't give out financial advice, right? It's just my opinion. Maybe you caught this bottom and now you're up. But regardless, even if you just stayed into Milady, you're probably up anyway too because we have a beautiful, beautiful candle going. So any other meme coins, any other projects right now? I mean, we'll scour through a lot of them. Let's look at Sneak. Snake's looking good. Yesterday, kind of looking like the same like Milady, and you can see everything's kind of starting to come alive, right? Everything's starting to come alive above its 20-day, 20, 50, 100, and 200-day SMA moving averages right now on the 1 hour. So everything looks good. This actually looks really good because you can see this is the 200-day SMA, and look where the second candle just confirmed it was above the 200-day SMA. So a couple confirmations above this right here, and I think Sneak particularly is going to really be going on a big run right here. So let's check out ICP for Clayton because he's still holding that big bag of ICP. So ICP right now looking like it wants to break out around $13.70. One thing I do want to say, guys, is we're not fully right now, we're seeing a pump, right? But this isn't really much. Right now, I think we're just seeing a lot of a rebound of what we lost in the last couple weeks, right? The markets were getting a little bit fearful, right? So we're seeing a little bit of a kind of a downward or stagnant kind of price action as far as most of the projects, right? I said I honestly couldn't wait for today for us to get past this ETF stuff, right? Hopefully I was saying hopefully that we were going to get the approval, right? Because that was only going to be nothing but positive. But at the end of the day, I really didn't care. I just wanted to get past the ETF stuff, right? So we can kind of just keep going on the direction that we have been. So what I'm getting to is right now, even if your favorite project's really not going crazy and not going parabolic, it will here soon probably, right? As long as it's been doing good in the last few months, it'll probably continue to be on that upward movement as we get on, in these next few days. Now, you guys remember, and I am going to cover it again. Remember, and you guys can see, you see how we keep, we just jumped up towards 47.7 and got rejected, right? Why the hell are we getting rejected when the ETF just came out? Well, there's going to be some volatility right now. There's going to be volatility. I think as we're sleeping tonight, it's just going to be like a roller coaster ride, up and down, up and down. Don't be all shocked if maybe Bitcoin is, under 46,000 tomorrow briefly, right? Who knows? And then don't be surprised if we're up to 52,000 because that's what it seems like right now. It's just volatile. It's very volatile right now because we're in a stage right now in crypto, but it really with Bitcoin is we've never been here before. An ETF has never been approved, right? We don't know what's going to happen. Tomorrow is the first day that everything is going to be able to be traded as far as the ETFs, right? Tomorrow. We don't know if BlackRock and ARK and all the other 9, because there was 11 total, we don't know if because they have to purchase Bitcoin, right? So what the ETF is these people are basically trading off of an artificial Bitcoin, right? But like the big institutions that are that have the ETFs have to still hold that Bitcoin. So they're gonna have to buy in, or they've already bought in. We don't know exactly what's going on with that, right? So what I'm saying is we could see some really big moves up. We could see some volatility, maybe towards the downside here and there. But at the end of the day, in the next few days, it's going to be a little bit of a roller coaster ride. We also have, like somebody else was saying, CPI reports coming out tomorrow, right? We have the CPI report coming out tomorrow, and you can see core inflation rate. So it's forecast to go down 0.2, right? It was previously at 4%. It's priced to go down just a little bit, right? So just a little bit, which is good. Core is pretty much forecast to stay the same, which is good. That's really what the Feds kind of go by, is the core inflation rate. That's what they're going by. And as long as it's not going up, we're still going to be on that run. We're still going to be set up for the interest rate cuts that are going to be occurring in 2024, which is going to be pretty bullish for the markets, right? Long term. So we have a lot going on, but I just want to make sure you guys are prepared. Even right now, let's say if you're waiting or if you're sitting on the sidelines for a project like Milady, and right now you want to know, would right now be a good time to buy in? I would honestly say what I always say to everybody, right, is just have patience. We might see some volatility where right now, particularly, we're above the 20, 50, and the 100-day SMA on the 4-hour chart, right? You can see this is the 200-day SMA all the way up here at the 82. Now, what I'm saying is that I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to maybe rally and get closer towards this 82, but on the way there, we might have some spots where we maybe retest some of these SMAs, particularly this one right here, which is the 100-day that we technically have broke, but we haven't confirmed, in my eyes, in my opinion, that we're going to be above it for, steadily just moving above, like a confirmation of this bullish move that we're above the 100-day SMA on the 4-hour. A couple more candles as we move on throughout the night would be giving me some confirmations if we maybe bounce, or if we continue to make green candles on our way up, moving up to this 200-day SMA, which is going to be at the 83 up here. And mapping out the actual price from where we're at right now, going up to that 83 would be another 20% move, that's like light work for Milady, right? That's like baby compared to what we can do and what we're going to do. But the point of what I'm saying is something like for Milady and any of your big projects right now, maybe watch them, don't get the FOMO. Let everybody else get the FOMO, right? That's why you guys are here, because I'm going to give you the truth. Don't get the FOMO. If there's anything that you've been waiting for today to happen, and now you're looking at your projects, have patience, because there might be better opportunity maybe later on today, tomorrow. Because remember, like I'm telling you guys, I'm predicting that we're going to see this little roller coaster ride kind of thing going on, right? Like I keep telling you, Bitcoin is already kind of doing that roller coaster ride. You can see we jumped up to 47, almost 47.8. Now we're at 46.9, right? So we're going to be fluctuating around. Altcoins are going to be doing the same thing. We're going to be doing that probably tonight. But as we continue and move on past this ETF for the next couple weeks, if nothing crazy happens in the markets, CPI report tomorrow is good, everything kind of stays on track. Remember, we have the halving coming up in 3 months from now. We're going to be building Bitcoin. I'm going to throw it out there. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin gets up towards $55,000, $60,000 in the next maybe couple months. And I say month or two, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised. And Dai was saying yesterday in the chat, we really haven't got into altcoin season yet. We're pumping because we're just, kind of regaining a lot of these moves that we lost in the last maybe month or two, right? And really we're trying to regain what we've lost in the last 2 years, but we haven't seen a parabolic alt season yet. And that usually occurs after Bitcoin gets up towards its highs or breaks new highs and kind of gets steady. After that, you're going to see a lot of money pumping into your favorite alts, and you're going to see these altcoins just going absolutely bonkers. So real quick, just checking up on the chat. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm like everywhere right now. So Pierre was saying, hello, all positive people. Clayton, what's going on, brother, man? What is up? And let's see, Pierre was saying, if you love Jack Russells love you too. I have a Jack Russell. All right. So Craig was saying, I heard rumors that there are big players behind Milady. Really? Where's your source, man? I wouldn't doubt that there is a couple big players behind Milady, right? Gotta stay hydrated, drink that water. So I wouldn't remember when we checked the wallets, the top 10 wallets, Craig. There was out of the top 10, 5 of them were major exchanges. There was 5 other wallets that were multi-million-dollar wallets. The biggest wallet for Milady is unknown, right? It's not a exchange. So I wouldn't be surprised if there are a few big players out there that are just holding on to Milady, right? Because at the end of the day, they see what we see, a market cap being so small, and the potential of what this project can actually do if it even gets to a fraction of what Doge and Shiba did, right? My man Die came in with the 10 bones. I appreciate that, brother, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do. Thank you so much for the support for the channel, dude. Thank you again so much for that 10 bones. And if you have any questions, Die, let me know, dude. Any questions? If I've missed any of your questions, just repeat them. Just repeat them and put them on here. I'm trying to go through everything and make sure I don't miss out on anything. So, at all. So let's see here. Prodigy was saying, never been. I live till I discovered. Hold on here. Never been. I lives until I discovered your channel. To be honest, you making it interesting. I appreciate that, Prodigy. Thank you so much, man. I try to bring that interest. You should have been here yesterday. Were you here yesterday? And we were making the jokes about cock in you. That was funny. I even after the stream was like, sometimes I was like talking to myself. I know my dog was like, what the hell's the matter with you? And I'm sitting here cracking up because we were making jokes about what if Granny came up to you at the dinner table and was like, Billy, I heard about this new project called Cock in Me, or is it Cock in You? I was dying laughing yesterday. Oh my gosh. Die, thank you again for that the 10 bones, bro. I appreciate that. I really do, man. So let's see here. So Krager, what's going on, brother? Saying Milady's to the moon. There needs to be a bunch of hot women supporting Milady. Oh god, I'm gonna stay away from that one, but I agree. So let's hear. Soul said, I will be posting you on X. Bro, promote the channel, dude. Promote the channel. Promote Milady, right? Promote Milady and the channel. I appreciate that. So Milady right now, we topped out right there at the 71, right? We topped out the 71. Still looking great. We're right here at the 69. Hey, 69. There we go. But we're going to watch because, like I said, regardless, what I want to see is us as we move. And let's check out the 1 hour real quick for Milady. The 1 hour looks beyond bullish, right? We broke all SMA moving averages, the 50, 20, 100, and 200. And you guys can see we're basically just climbing off of it. Finally broke out of this channel right here. And everything looks beyond great. So really the 4 hour is going to be what we're looking at, because like I said, we want to see these confirmation, us form a few nice candles, whether they're green or red, as long as they're bouncing off this 100-day SMA right here, is going to be a very bullish telling of if we're going to continue on this move, right? And especially if we're going to be going up and testing this 200-day moving average at around the 83 mark. So as I'm sure the live continues and as we move on to tonight, that's when we're really going to see what's going on. But like I was telling you guys before, just, be ready. If you are looking at any projects right now, maybe just have patience, wait, don't get the FOMO and just rush into the project, because you might get a little bit of an opportunity for maybe a 5 or 10% discount on buying in on some of your favorite projects, right? So just be cautious, be aware, and be ready, right? So let's see here. Let's see here. Someone was saying we need the listing on Binance. Yeah, that's gonna come. Like I keep saying, that the Binance is gonna come. There's just been so much talk about Binance for the last like 2 months as far as listing Milady. But like I keep telling everybody, we naturally need to just build up this momentum on our own. We need to get eyes on Milady as we start moving up in price. Market cap, the volume. I guarantee all that other stuff is going to go in with it, like the listings on the other exchanges that we're not listed on, because we're already listed on a bunch of exchanges, but the biggest one is Binance, obviously, and Coinbase would be nothing but a plus as well, for sure. So in due time, I think we are going to be there for sure. And Marlon was saying, let's get 45 likes for Crypto FUD. Let's do it. We're almost there. We got 56, 60 people in here and 40 likes, so we're almost there. Make sure if you haven't already, hit that like. Just hit the like. You don't probably hit the likes a lot. I understand. Sometimes I go on channels and I would not hit the like, but I've been doing that a lot lately. I've been hitting the like because I realize how much that honestly does support the channel, right? And you gotta support these people, even all your YouTubers that get on, whether you like their content or not. The fact that they're on there, and trying to do whatever they're doing as far as if it's crypto or whatever the case may be, right? So Jasmine is pumping. Let's check it out. Yeah, Jasmine's looking good. You can see I haven't looked at this chart in a while. Look how old my fib retracement is. It already broke out. Let me delete this because it aggravates me just seeing it. So without even looking at the fib retracement, just looking at Jasmine for right now, you can see, yes, sitting, and this is on the 1 hour. Let's look at the 4 hour chart real quick. All right, so a couple things. You can see it did, look at this confirmation that it had. It's already bounced twice off the 20-day. So it looks like it's really want to take off. It did jump up above the 50-day, but we're still kind of waiting for that confirmation above the 50-day. And you can see the 100 and 200-day basically sitting up here, almost doing a cross right here. So Jasmine is looking great. It's looking like it definitely wants to get back up. You can see recently for Jasmine, it made a little local high of about a 0.7 of 1 penny. So I mean, it's sitting above its actual 200-day moving average, and you can see, at least on the 1 hour, that it's above all its SMA moving averages, and it's definitely wanting to pump. So it's pointing to the sky. Everything's looking great. Honestly, probably looks just like mostly every project right now, right? Looks like almost every project right now that's moving. So So Free, what's going on, brother? Free said, I would love for Milady to pump like crazy this year. I have a nice bag. It would be great to prove the haters wrong, making fun of me because I invested in it. Right? And you know what's so funny? Everybody that's everybody that's familiar on coin market cap, where's that one guy that's always talking trash about Milady? I wonder how he's feeling today. Let's see. Let me refresh the screen. I wonder how he's doing today. You think he's going to show his face? Absolutely not. He'll wait until like something happens or whatever the case is, but he's not going to show his face. And let's see here. Just looking at the latest tweets on here. 1 trillion in the bag. There we go. Nice. My boy Amar. Appreciate that. Saying we need OKX, which is another exchange. And you guys know the spiel on here. Everything is I'm bullish. So slowly but surely, Milady is definitely building a beautiful, beautiful community. And as we move on, we're going to be on our way up there, guys. We definitely are. Just remember where we're at right now, right? Remember where we were at just 6 weeks ago. Just 6 weeks ago in November, we hadn't pumped yet. Only 6 weeks ago, guys. It really has not been that far. And if you go from the bottom of November to where we're at right now, Milady is up 141%. Even after we mooned and we had this cool off, even right now, we're still up almost 150% from where we were at just 6 weeks ago. Imagine where we're going to be at in 6 months from now if we actually are getting into a solid bull market, right? and everything that we see that's lining up actually plays into fruition, we have some big things coming, not only for Milady, but for the whole crypto market, right? The whole crypto market. Metallic was saying, yeah, yep, Abe. Everybody knows him on, if you're familiar with Milady, everybody knows him. Everybody knows him, right? Because he wants to sit there and talk trash. I don't say anything to him because I want to make sure I see his post because I'm waiting for the perfect time, right? When Milady gets up to like $1 billion, that's when I want to start tagging him. Because what he does is if you start replying to him, and especially on days where we're pumping, he'll block you, right? Because he's a troll. So he wants to come in here and he wants to just talk trash to everybody, on Milady while it's down, right? Those people, they want to sit there and talk trash about whatever project while it's down, but then when it starts pumping, they're gone. They're out of there. So Sean was saying 4 billion tomorrow, Bitcoin buy-in. Watch, someone bought. What are you saying? So you're saying tomorrow $4 billion buy-in on, particularly on Bitcoin, like one buy? Because I'm sure the volume tomorrow is going to be probably pretty high up for Bitcoin, whether it's up or down. You're going to see probably a big day in the market tomorrow. So Bitcoin dominance. This is crazy, guys. Look at this. So Bitcoin dominance. Remember, about 2 weeks ago, we really started. I mean, we always kind of look at it, right? But we were really focusing on the exact number on the Bitcoin dominance, and we were down to about 49.9%, probably about 10 days ago, and we started moving up. And like I said, as we get closer to this ETF approval, we're gonna see Bitcoin dominance really get up there. And we saw, as of, I think, yesterday, right before the big, like whatever the hell happened, right? We saw Bitcoin dominance go up to almost about 54%. It was like 53 point something, like 53.7%, we'll call it, right? Don't quote me on the exact, but it was around there. And since then, you can see Bitcoin dominance has technically gone down about 2% in the last day. Now, some of it was big chunk of it was because of whatever happened yesterday, right? That was just a bunch of crap. But the fact that we just got approved for the Bitcoin dominance, and it really hasn't like scored and shot back up towards that 53, 54 mark, just leads me to believe that a lot of alts are going to continue to pump for right now, right? And I did say that after Bitcoin, the ETFs were approved, we were going to see the dominance go down. I didn't think it was going to be 2 hours, but also we didn't foresee what happened yesterday, right? I think what happened yesterday kind of derailed a lot of things, because honestly, if we wouldn't have saw what happened yesterday with the whole, whatever you want to say, the SEC claiming that they were compromised as far as that tweet that came out, if that wouldn't have never happened, we probably would see Bitcoin right now at around 48 or 49,000, probably spiked up, right? Off of all that drive. And then the dominance would still technically be up right now. What I was anticipating, if that didn't happen, was that Bitcoin was going to keep its shine for the next few days, and then we start seeing some kind of a trickle down on Bitcoin dominance, not necessarily the price, but the dominance coming down and alts starting to pump. But for whatever reason, since whatever happened yesterday, Bitcoin is moving, but you can see Bitcoin hasn't really reacted as much as I think a lot of people were anticipating. And I am blaming it on whatever happened yesterday really kind of took a lot of the spark out of the fire, right? Now, so I guess a new analogy needs to be proposed, right? Right now we have the alts. The alts are looking really good today, since maybe 4 or 5 o'clock today. Everything's been looking really good with alts. Bitcoin still looking great. Bitcoin is still looking great, but it's not mooning like you would have anticipated, right? It's really not mooning like you would have anticipated for now. Most likely, what a lot of people were saying too, I saw a couple people say it in the chat, that the price was already baked in because of whatever happened yesterday and whatever we were in today as far as price action. The ETF approval price was already pretty much baked in. So right now we might see, or what we're seeing is probably that little sell the news event, right? But if this is the sell the news event, this is really good. Really good. because this is nothing compared to in the next few days. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin starts making its way back up and we break past 48,000 and we start sticking at some of these higher levels, as we get past this ETF. Dominance might go back up for Bitcoin. Maybe some of the alts might go on a chill mode, in the next few days. But maybe until then, we might see a lot of your favorite alts start pumping again, getting a little bit back to where they were as far as those highs that we just made 4 weeks ago on a lot of projects. So just a little scenario, who knows exactly what's going on. Yesterday, really, if you'd have asked me 2 days ago, I was dead set on what was going to happen, right? And I think it would have played out. But now since yesterday, it's like it almost like kind of derailed everything with Bitcoin, really. You know what I'm saying? Like just what we were anticipating what was going to happen, and I guess that's what you got to have. You got to always be ready for that curveball, because that's exactly what they threw at us, was a freaking curveball yesterday. But we're past it. Who cares? We got what we wanted. Clayton is in the chat talking about cock in you. Don't let him talk to you guys like that. Don't let him talk to you guys like that. Let's see here. So Kreger was saying, I want to see your channel get to 1 million subscribers. Kreger, I want to see that too, but at the same time, man, I definitely want this channel to continue to grow, right? I definitely want that. But at the same time, I enjoy being able to actually read the chat and interact with each and every one of you guys. And I also like that a lot of you guys are forming friendships amongst each other too, right? I think when the channel gets that big, it just, it gets a little bit harder, because you have, let's say you have 2,500 people in here, or dare I say 10,000 people at one time. It's a little bit, you have a lot of new people just coming in, right? A lot of new people. On the money aspect, yeah, that would be awesome, because then my channel is doing really well, right? And I'll be able to devote a lot more time for the channel, and you'll see that my production is going to get, like I told you guys, once I get to a certain level, I'm going to, I can even set up my camera one of these days, and get on camera. But I feel like who cares, about me being in the small little corner of the screen? It's like all about the charts and interacting with you guys. But I will get to that point, and hopefully have a nice little studio and stuff like that, and just can dedicate 100% of my time to the channel and to you guys, right? So one day, right, we can all have dreams. So Prodigy was saying, sorry, I was driving. No worries, dude. No worries to you at all. Real quick, let's check. 47 likes, 58 people here. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. Make sure if you guys haven't already, hit that like. So someone was asking about Moon River. Let's check it out. I know that's a layer 1 project, right? All right. So one thing about this is Moon River right here. First thing that I do see is this descending triangle, or what you guys know I love to call, is pretty much like a bull flag is what I'm kind of seeing right here, right? Because you guys can see this is a massive bull flag too. You can see that we have, oh, I didn't draw the pole. You guys can see right here we have the pole, right? We have the pole. We have the descending triangle, or the bull flag is what I like to call it. Now, a lot of times what you can do to map these out, they won't play out exactly, but they'll get similar to it, to where you'll see I grab the pole, and I usually will move it to somewhere where I figure the bottom of this top of the channel will most likely get to. And a lot of times you'll see a movement similar to this, right? So if this is the proper chart, I believe it is, Moon River right here looks great. I'm looking for a possible breakout here coming out soon, because you can see this is a beautiful bull flag descending triangle right here, and you can see it's well above its 200A. It hasn't since it's had this massive explosion. It's just been cooling off, recharging. This thing most likely will have somewhat of a big move eventually. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. It could be down the road a little bit, or you never know. This thing could just shoot up overnight out of nowhere, because it looks like it's already wanting to break out above the channel. You can see as we've been kind of descending, it hasn't really gotten above this channel, and you can see as of today, obviously with everything that's going on, it looks like it already tried to break out. I wouldn't doubt that it comes. It's going to probably respect this channel and stay around this channel. So meaning somewhere around the 25, 26, 27 dollar mark. And I wouldn't be surprised that maybe when we check this chart out in the next few days, that this thing's probably exploded towards the upside, right? Looking at a potential somewhere around anywhere from that 57 to maybe being conservative around the 48 to 57 dollar mark could be very explosive move right here for Moon River. Now looking at the DeFis for right now, Ethereum's going crazy. You have 24-hour volume for Ethereum, $2.1 billion. Solana, $56 million for the 24-hour volume for their DeFi. Arbitrum, $1.4 billion. That's big. Arbitrum, remember, Milady is on Arbitrum, right? So we want to see Milady, or we want to see Arbitrum really keep thriving. We want to see it keep thriving. And Milady right now back up towards that 72, 73 mark. So like I said, tonight's going to be a very volatile night. And I don't mean like we're going to see like us crash back down or anything like that, hopefully. But I think we're going to see some ups and downs, battles, big battles, right? Because the markets right now are pretty much trying to, it already baked in on the ETF approval. I think what we're going through right now is a sell the news event. If it is, this is a weak ass sell the news event. And it's only going to set us up for a really, really nice pump coming up here in the next few weeks or the next few days, most likely. So everything's looking good. Everything's looking great. Bitcoin sitting at around 46.6, 46.7. Now let's see here. Oh, Sean was saying $2 billion for BlackRock. Are they? So do you have confirmation that they're supposed to be buying in tomorrow? Because I know tomorrow is when the ETFs are going to be openly traded, right? So you would think that they would already have a big position in Bitcoin, because for every ETF, like let's say if someone bought a whole Bitcoin on an ETF or whatever the price, was equivalent to one Bitcoin as a Bitcoin ETF, they have to match it, right? So if they're opening up trading tomorrow, and not just for BlackRock, but for all 11, you would think that they most likely have to have a nice position already, right? As far as their holdings for Bitcoin, you would assume. So Free was saying Abe comes out of his hole when Milady is down. Exactly. So he's sitting in his little hole right now, probably like, God, I hate Milady. I hate crypto. I hate it. Hate. Oh, yeah. Prodigy said he hit the like. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Yep, we're almost there. 64 people in here, and we have about a 50 likes. So keep hitting that like, guys. I appreciate that. So let's see here. Clayton was saying you interact a lot. That's what's special about you, Fud. I appreciate that, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like bittersweet as the channel grows. I want to make sure that I'm here, and I want to make sure that I always, all my day one people, I'm going to always appreciate anybody and everybody that comes in, new, old, whatever. But I always, like I said, we are going to get to a point where we're going to have a big raffle, a big giveaway, and I definitely want to bless a lot of people that have been with me since the early stages as I was building my channel. As we were talking about Milady 7 months ago, when it was so down, and a lot of projects. If you've been with the channel, we were able to map out Milady, and this thing shot up. Right now it's up 140, but just 4 weeks ago, Milady was up 300, 400%, right? As we were saying to buy at the bottom. ICP. Everybody and their mother on YouTube was telling you guys that ICP was a scam. Everybody. Now they're all talking about ICP. But on this channel, we were telling you to buy at around $2.90 when it dropped down. Anywhere below that $5, I was screaming to the hills to buy and have ICP, right? Showing you the plays that I was on. Fetch AI, same thing. Shot up hundreds of %. And I can go down the list on a lot of projects that, we've mapped while they were all down and out, that have all recently in the last few weeks or in the last few months have all seen new highs or local highs, right? So what I'm saying is as we continue down this road, we're going to continue to map these plays and map these projects and stuff like that. So I hope that every single one of you guys are subscribed to the channel. Being subscribed to the channel is nothing, right? It's not a big deal for yourself. It's just one click away, and it's just another opinion that you can get in crypto and in your investments, right? Because I always say it's always good to have multiple opinions. I watch a lot of other people, while I'm not streaming. I want to get their opinion. What are they talking about, right? What's going on? I love getting multiple opinions from everybody. I really do, and I always, that's how I kind of come with my own decision and my own take on what the charts are doing. So for sure. So let's see here. TJ was saying, I picked up a small bag of Moonbeam, Say, Myro, Caspa, and Telos. I've been hearing a lot about Myro, and we did check it out a few times on the charts. Yeah, remember, look, I have some draw-ins here. So I don't know if this was yesterday or a couple days ago. Remember, this was when it was running up, and I just said be careful, because if this does form a double top, we're going to see somewhat of a downward movement. But it really, I guess you can say, it slightly made a double top, right? It didn't all the way come all the way up, but you can see almost like a slight double top and a little bit of a cool off. But you can see it was very small, and it did actually make, I don't know if this is a all-time high, or the all-time high is right here most likely, because this is a new project. But this did, you can see it's looking like it wants to make a new all-time high here soon. But Myro is not doing bad whatsoever. Fairly new project. Definitely looking like it's pretty bullish as far as SMA moving averages. You can see it's above all its moving averages as of right now. And look at this beautiful W pattern that it did form right here. Doesn't mean that it's going to play out and just start rocketing, but that is a very nice W pattern. Look at this one right here. This is a beautiful W pattern right here. All these multiple W's telling me this is a win right here, right? No, but it's just showing you that these W patterns, it's getting some good spots where it's finding some support, resistance, making its way back up, finding some support, resistance. This thing looks pretty bullish right here. So, someone wants to check out Bunk. We were just looking at Bunk. Bunk's looking good. So you can see it did just make a new little local high at around this 18 mark right here. And since then it is not retracing, but it is cooling off. And you can see a lot of projects are looking like that. Let me see. This is on the 1 hour. Milady just looks bullish. I mean, it's just weird. Like, you can look at some of these projects and you can see the green candles aren't so godly like Milady is, right? Like Bunk looks good. As of yesterday, when everything was kind of, dormant, not really doing much, and we had a big sell-off yesterday after that, whole FUD situation, Bunk was actually up 55%. You can see it moved up right here at this almost 17 mark, and it did have a nice little cool-off down towards the 13, but since then, as of today, it did make a new local high at around 18. I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of making the same move. Maybe it'll come and bounce off this fib retracement right here at around the 14.6 and then start moving back up. Again, making another local high. As long as the market kind of stays in this little sentiment that it's in right now, this bullish kind of narrative that we're in as far as, with Bitcoin and all the alts right now. But like I was telling you guys, I wouldn't be surprised. Alts are doing great. Bitcoin starts maybe moving a little bit more tomorrow as the, it's the opening day for the ETF. Bitcoin possibly starts moving a little bit more tomorrow. Just a scenario. And maybe the alts kind of cool down a little bit. I don't say they reside back to where they were, but kind of have a cool off, right? Maybe for like a day or two. And then we start seeing the pumps start coming across the board. Possibly. Or we could be getting into a little brief altcoin little kind of season pump where, Bitcoin's doing good, slowly kind of moving up, making new little numbers, but the altcoins start rallying again. Kind of like what we saw 4 weeks ago. Remember 4 weeks ago, Bitcoin was doing good, but the alts just took off. Like Solana made new local highs, ICP, Fetch. I mean, you can go down the board. Milady, everything. We had everything coming out. Bunk. 4 weeks ago, alts were going insane. We could be seeing that again happen. I think if Bitcoin can stay solid and possibly somehow, get towards that $47,000, $48,000 mark, we probably will start seeing the alts eventually start going nuts again. So, fun times ahead of us for sure. Fun times ahead of us. So, let's see here. And again, I'm sorry if I miss anybody's chats. I really am sorry. So let's see here. Justin was saying Milady. Crypto was saying Gary is so pissed. I don't think he's happy. So today the statement that he put out was, that the ETFs were approved, but literally in the same breath, he said that he had to do it because of the Grayscale lawsuit. Grayscale sued the shit out of the SEC and they won. So he's saying that basically he had to approve the ETFs, but literally in the same breath he was saying, remember, crypto is involved in basically shady business, the drug underworld, and I don't remember the exact words, but pretty much on those lines is what he said. And it's like, the guy, he can't just leave Bitcoin alone. He literally cannot leave Bitcoin alone. I'm telling you guys, and I was saying this before a lot of people were saying this. Right when I found out the news of what happened with the SEC, I said, this might be the end of Gary right here. This might be the end of Gary. And it wouldn't be a bad thing. I was just telling somebody earlier before I went on live, I was like, if Gary Gensler gets fired, watch Bitcoin pump. So TJ was saying Telos is an old project, but has done a lot in the last year and is finally pumping. We'll check it out. Definitely heard of it. I think we've checked it out on the channel before. This thing is looking nice, for sure. Oh yeah, almost like how all the right now it looks like just a typical altcoin that really just broke out above its 200A. You can see it made a local high. It's like the same story for all of them. They made a local high, and it is having a little bit of a cool off, but as of now, it's sitting above a lot of its SMAs, and you can see it just looks like it's ready to pump. The one thing I will say is, let me just zoom in a little bit here. I was gonna say just be careful if this forms some kind of a double top. You might see maybe a small retracement, but for right now, I mean, couple of things. This is for the 1 hour, so the price is technically above its 200-day SMA, right? But you can see if we zoom in, it's about to come and test its 100-day SMA moving average. As long as it can stay above this 100-day, we'll keep it as a bullish move for right now. If it does break, basically if it breaks this 23.2, if it breaks 23.2 in the next day or two, you might see a small retracement. And I'll put the line where I think it possibly will find some support for Telos. Let me see here. So I'm looking for a spot that it's pretty much bounced multiple times. That would probably be it right there. Most likely this would be a solid spot because you can see as yesterday when we had that really bad day, it pretty much bounced exactly right here at the 22.8. And you can see right here a couple times it used it as some support before it made a big bounce. So again, what I was saying is everything looks good, but you can see if it does break this 100-day SMA, which is going to be 23.2, if it breaks this, you're most likely going to see some kind of a retracement, finding some support around the 22.8. But this is all short term. At the end of the day, retracement's not terrible. It just gives you an opportunity to, if you want to, add to your bag, right? Give you a little bit of time. But if you zoom out, the charts look very bullish for this project. So definitely looks good for sure. So Eller said Milady's market cap value is $64 million. Let's do a fact check there, Eller. Mine is saying 53, almost 54. What information you getting here, buddy? I don't know. Coin market cap saying 54. Now, fully diluted market cap's at around 65 million, but the actual market cap, total value of the cryptocurrency of the circulating supply, according to Coin market cap, is at around about 54 million as of now. But take that in. We're up 32%, guys. Yesterday we were about $38 million in market cap. So just take that in. Just in one day. This is baby steps to what we're going to be seeing in the bull market. So I just hope that you guys have faith if this is a project that you believe in like I do, like I've been telling you guys, in my opinion, Milady particularly checks all the boxes to be a big meme coin in this next bull market. And the biggest drive that I have on Milady is the fact that this, you always hear you're so early. Well, show me another project that's a meme coin that's already been tweeted by Elon Musk, that's already on a lot of major exchanges, that has NFT line, right? That's moving up as well. That has a market cap of $50 million. You really don't see any of them. A lot of them, if you see that they're maybe like, I think Sneak and what was the other one? And I think Cock Inu. It's like those have like $100-something million market caps. They're still double, if not 3 times the market cap. Bunk. Let's go look at what Bunk looks like. Bunk is at $1 billion already again, which is great. But I'm just saying, imagine. For Milady to get up to $1 billion, that's a 20x. So imagine right now, if you have $1,000 and we just get to $1 billion, you have your $1,000 investment is going to turn into 20K. Just imagine that, and we ain't stopping at 1 billion. We're not stopping at 1 billion. Cock and you, still hilarious to say it, $100 million market cap, double what we have. So just take that in. Understand that this is, I'm telling you guys, this is a big opportunity for all of us right here. To just, really, like, I really do feel that we are early in this project, and there's a lot of potential for a big move up. We just need to have patience. It's like I told you guys, we're going to be getting through some scenarios where when we get up to like $500 million, right? That's 10x from where we're at right now. Even myself, because I have a big chunk in Milady, right? When your investment goes from $1,000 or $2,000, whatever it's at right now, and let's just say we 10x from right now, that's $20,000, right? It's gonna be hard to not hit that sell button because you're gonna be up so much, right? And this is where I'm going to be coming in, and I'm going to be telling you guys to hold the line because we're not there yet, right? So I mean, it's a good scenario to be in, but I know that's what we're going to be going through, and times are going to flip on us, right? And it's going to be where it's going to be rough because we're going to be really looking like, do I sell? I'm up 20 grand right now, and the market cap's only up to $500 million, right? Imagine when we get to $1 billion. I'm even going to be itching like, I'm going to hit that sell button. Just cash out. I don't have to work. I'm just kidding. But just imagine, because remember what what is it? I'm getting a brain fart here. But what I am anticipating for Milady is, and this is, I'm sure no one's asked me today, what do I think Milady's going to get up to? And I usually refer to the market cap, right? And I usually say, I think a conservative prediction on Milady is going to be anywhere from a $2 to an $8 billion market cap, right? $2 to $8 billion market cap. So if we were to go up to $2 billion, that's a 40x. If we go up to $8 billion, that's 160x from where we're at right now. You guys can do the math on what your portfolio, how much you actually have in dollar form right now, on what would a 40x be, right? I always use the analogy, if you have $1,000, we go up 40x, that's 40K. We go up 160, you have $1,000, that's 160K. I know a lot of you guys have more than that because you guys shouting out your bags, and I'm like, damn, he's got 3 times as much as I do. No, I'm not saying damn. I'm like damn, that's what's up, right? You guys got some big bags out there, and I'm just so happy. I can't wait till we're in those scenarios where, and you're telling me, bro, I have 40K right now in Milady, right? Like, I'm just going to be so ecstatic for you guys, right? So we are going to get there, and days like this shows you, don't forget what we just came from just a few weeks ago. And I mean like what we've been going through in the last few weeks, right? And what we're going to get to, you see days like this is nothing compared to what it's going to be like. And this isn't just for Milady. I'm saying for a lot of your altcoins. A lot of your altcoins. Now, going back to Milady, you can see we are continuing the move up. We are continuing. Milady is almost giving me the same vibes of when we were back here. When we were back here, it's giving me these same vibes, kind of, right? Where you can see the green line is where we're at right now. Look where we're at. Look at this. We're kind of, it's almost like we're going to be going up. We're going up that same kind of hilltop. Now remember, we're soon going to be talking about dropping that zero soon, right? Mark my words. In the next few days, we're most likely going to be talking about dropping that zero. And remember when we were on our way up, remember what I was telling you guys, was that I wouldn't be surprised if we get close to dropping a zero, like towards that 9.99 mark, and it's going to be a little bit of a, like, we're going to have to keep retesting it a few times, right? And that's pretty much what we saw. We bounced multiple times right here at like the 95. We made a double top, almost like an M pattern. We saw a little bit of a sell-off, but that just ignited and brought in the buyers, right? Because remember what we were saying, you want to sometimes retrace so we can get the sellers exhausted, and then it gets to a price point where the buyers feel comfortable again, and it just continues our run. And that's what it looks like we're kind of forming up, and that's what it looks like we're basically on our way to go see again. And I think this time up is going to be epic, because now we have nothing that's going to hold us back. Nothing. Bitcoin's going to be doing the same thing. We're all going to be moving up. What's that song? Moving on up to the east side. Finally got a piece of pie. So you guys get music. Imagine when I get this camera on, you guys are going to be looking at me like I'm nuts. You're going to be like, this guy is crazy. Just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. Yep, so Justin was saying we're about to break the 80. It looks like it's getting close. Remember, guys, remember what we said at the beginning of the stream. If we can, we're most likely going to come up towards this 82, 83 mark, and we'll most likely hit our head on this. Is going to be the 200-day SMA moving average. We'll most likely hit our head on this. Maybe need to test it a few times before we break it. Again, after that, we're going to have another spot of some resistance. These are all spots. As we were on our way up, we were marking, right? We're going to need to break through all these spots again, which we will. You know, it's just going to take a little bit of time unless we have some crazy gigapumps. But we really don't want to see any crazy gigapumps. I don't want to see 100% candle right now, because then we're going to retrace right back down. We want to see kind of like what we saw in this scenario, right? We find good spots, get rejected, find some support, retest it, break it, just keep doing that play, right? It's a natural staircase. That's what we want to see. And we will, and we are. So definitely. If you guys haven't already, make sure. Yeah, we're doing good. 53 likes, 53 people in here. Nice. Good job, guys. I appreciate that. And if you guys are watching after the fact, everybody say hello, because we always see after the fact, we'll have like 500, 600, 700 people come in after the fact and watch the videos. And we appreciate you guys coming and watching after the fact. Hopefully you're watching Milady and we did break the zero. But remember, we always come live every day around 5:36 Eastern Standard Time, and that's PM, right? So make sure you guys are subscribed so you guys can get those instant alerts whenever I do go live. You don't have to go searching for it or anything like that. So, but other than that, just give you guys a recap, because I know we've been on for a little while, so I'm going to let you guys go here soon. Bitcoin, not looking bad, 46,350. Like I said, Bitcoin is going to kind of just, right now, we're going through that sell the news event. I think this is good. I think it's good that we're going through it right now. It's kind of a very weak sell the news event. I wouldn't be surprised at eventually, either tonight, maybe tomorrow, at some point, we start seeing a really nice rally back up, and we start breaking 48,000 here coming up soon. Even if it's not tomorrow, maybe in the next few days, right? And then for Milady, same thing. Milady right now, we obviously want to break this 82, 83 mark. It's going to be your 200-day SMA. Don't be discouraged if maybe we break it and we bounce back down towards this 100-day, which is going to be around the 65. like I keep telling you guys, Milady's market cap is very low, so you're going to see bigger swings, right? But it's nothing. If you guys remember when we were on our way up, we had a couple days where one candle would be 55% in one candle, right? So I mean, that's what happens when you have such a small market cap, and we will see those. We're going to see even bigger candles. So don't get discouraged. You guys, if you have the opportunity and Milady somewhat comes and retraces, remember, we're getting an opportunity to dollar cost average in at low prices still. Even as of right now, Milady's market cap is around $56 million. Still looking very juicy. So, but look how beautiful this chart looks. And we knew this was coming, guys. I tip my hat to every single one of you guys that have been dollar cost averaging in, sticking with us, sticking with the channels every day, even when the market was so freaking boring in the last couple weeks, right? We've been talking about this for the last couple weeks, and like I keep saying, we have so much stuff lined up in these next few months and this next year that we're going to see a great 2024 as long as everything plays itself properly. Even if it plays itself mostly the way we want it, we're going to see a massive 2024, and I'm happy to be here with every single one of you guys. I really am. I do thank you guys all, honestly, from the bottom, top, the middle, my whole heart. I do appreciate you guys coming in and supporting the channel. I really do. And for the super chat that I received today from Di, if you're still in here, brother, thank you again so much for supporting the channel. I really do thank it. So other than that, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I see James said pure entertainment. I appreciate that, man. But other than that, guys, you guys have a wonderful night. And remember, we'll be back here tomorrow to map out everything, all right? Thank you so much. Have a great night.